What's up, guys? The Snowman here, and I've got a fun football video planned for today. The Champions League season on the verge of wrapping up. Just two clubs remain. It is the resilient Real Madrid against dominant Liverpool in the UCL final, a rematch of the 2018 final. So I figured it'd be entertaining today to go through this matchup and analyze which team has the advantage in each of several key areas. I want to talk about the best players, some tactics, and make some predictions as we close in on this final match of the European club football season. And let's start off by taking a look at the respective paths that each team took to get to this UCL final in Paris. Liverpool have enjoyed a remarkable season thus far, barely missing out on the opportunity to go for a historic quadruple, second best in the Premier League to City, but truly ruthless in European competition. Not only did they win an extremely competitive and high-quality group on paper, but they didn't drop a single point in group stage play. 6 wins in 6 matches against Atletico, Porto, and AC Milan. Their closest encounter came in the round of 16, a 2-1 aggregate victory over Inter. An offensive explosion catapulted Liverpool past Benfica in the quarters, and despite Villarreal's recent upset over German giants Bayern Munich, the Spaniards were no match for the Reds in the semifinals. All in all, a nearly flawless route to the final, a microcosm of how special this year has been for Liverpool and their supporters. On the other hand, Real Madrid have had a much more adverse journey to get to this point. Yes, they were La Liga champions by a very comfortable margin, a 35th league title for Madrid, and yes, they mostly handled their business in the UCL group stage, 5 wins out of 6, only 3 goals conceded, but then in the knockout stage, Madrid's unwavering ability to come back no matter the situation has become the stuff of legend. Round of 16 down 2-0 to Mbappe and PSG with just 1 half remaining, and then Karim Benzema produces a sensational hat-trick out of nowhere. In the quarters, they were down 4-3 to Chelsea with about 10 minutes left in the tie, and then boom, Rodrigo equalizes in the 80th minute, Benzema with the 96th minute extra time winner, and then the semifinals down 5-3 to City, approaching stoppage time in the second leg, and in the bleakest of moments, Rodrigo again with not 1 but 2 goals on the brink of elimination, 90th minute, 91st, and then Benzema yet again in extra time. Look, the odds have been stacked against Madrid multiple times, but somehow, some way, they find themselves in this final against Liverpool. Now, of course, this final a rematch from 2018 in Kiev, a Champions League title that Madrid won. Everyone remembers the dirty challenge from Sergio Ramos on Mohamed Salah that broke the Egyptian shoulder. Liverpool never fully recovered from that, and even though Ramos has moved on, Salah and his teammates remember that moment. They certainly want revenge this time around as we bring up our tale of the tape. I want to run through a handful of categories and then make some predictions. We'll talk about which club has the edge in managing and tactics, who's got the advantage in attack, midfield, and defense, as well as the intangibles, the heart, the belief to go on and win this final. In terms of the two managers, Carlo Ancelotti versus Jurgen Klopp, the edge for me goes to Liverpool. Yes, Ancelotti has the more decorated resume, the first manager to ever coach in 5 Champions League or European Cup finals. He's won the whole thing on 3 separate occasions, but Klopp has always seemed to get the absolute best out of his players. He rarely deviates from Liverpool's tried and trusted 4-3-3 formation. Actually, both clubs stick with the 4-3-3 the majority of the time, but I trust Liverpool's tactics a little bit more. They're so comfortable high pressing as a team, will likely have more possession than Madrid. The Reds move as one unit, and Jurgen Klopp and the tactics are a huge part of that. Moving on to the respective attacks, this category goes to Real Madrid. I don't care how impressive the artillery is on Liverpool's side with, Salah, Mane, Diaz, Jota. They've got plenty of creativity and clinical finishing. They're all household names, I get it, but at the end of the day, they're only human, whereas I'm not 100% sure that Karim Benzema is human right now. He's just on another planet, especially through this UCL season. Not only was Benzema the leading scorer this season in La Liga by a 10-goal margin, but the second half hat-trick against PSG, and then the extra time heroics against Chelsea and City, including a ridiculous Panenka. Benzema's an old-school number 9, extremely lethal in the air, elite positioning and finishing ability. I trust him and Madrid's attack to finish an attack more than Liverpool. Now, the only problem for Madrid is that I do think Liverpool will be able to produce more chances for their offensive unit. That's where the midfield comes in. I'm actually going to give this category a draw. I think it's too close to call a winner. Again, Liverpool probably will have more possession. They've got a ton of continuity, excellent seasons all around from Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, and Thiago. There's so much balance in that unit, but Luka Modric still has some magic left in his boots at age 36. The visionary he'll look to provide for Benzema and friends. Toni Kroos can still pass with the best of them. I'm biased, but love me some Toni Kroos, and Casemiro can lock down the center of the pitch. So even though Liverpool is a fine-tuned, well-oiled machine in the midfield, I still believe there's enough individual greatness in Madrid's midfield to make this a standoff. And looking at the defense and goalkeeping of both teams, this is where it's a no contest for me. Liverpool every day of the week. Look, Madrid is fine defensively, second fewest goals conceded in La Liga this year, but Liverpool might have the best back four in Premier League history. If there's a better back four you can think of, please put it in the comments, but having the switchability and versatility of Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold on the outside, the speed that they provide, comfort with the ball at their feet, along with the ability to recover and mark attackers with the best of them, and then the daunting, hulking, menacing presence of Virgil van Dijk inside, along with Joel Matip. Physical beast, though. Can't wait to watch Van Dijk versus Benzema, not to mention Alisson, a huge improvement over Karius from the 2018 final. They locked up Premier League attacks all year long, and I have all the faith in the world in Liverpool's defensive unit. Finally, we get to the intangibles, the will to win, the belief, experience, and overall it factor. I'm barely giving this to Madrid just because they continue to defy both belief and description with their resiliency and comeback victories. Just seems like it might be a season of destiny for the Spanish Giants, although it's hard to dismiss the magic of Liverpool's season as well. Again, 1 point away from a chance at an unprecedented quadruple. On paper, they are the best and most complete squad in the world, but again, for the off-paper pizzazz, I will side with Madrid. Prediction time, the odds are about 60-40 in favor of Liverpool. Most of the bookmakers I've seen have Liverpool's chances around -180 and Madrid at +150. Should be an incredible match. These are two of the most successful European clubs of all time. Madrid with the 13 European Cup/UCL titles all time. No club has more. Liverpool with 6 titles in 9 final appearances. I'm going to guess that Liverpool wins it all 2-1. They're motivated from that 2018 disappointment. They'll also be fueled from a bittersweet end to the domestic season. They've got unfinished business, says Mo Salah, and I see Liverpool putting Madrid under constant pressure. Not enough supply for Benzema thanks to a stonewall embargo by Liverpool's back line. Again, Liverpool by a score of 2-1. I see the Reds achieving European glory for the 7th time in their storied history. Thanks a lot for watching my UCL final preview video. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you've got Madrid or Liverpool hoisting the trophy at the end of the day. Please like and subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for more soccer and football content, and I'll be back real soon. Thanks a lot. Cheers.